What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now today, I'm going to risk it for the mother flukin' biscuit, baby. I'm going to show you guys the Battlefield 2042 gameplay reveal. Now, as you guys know, like I said a couple of days ago, or a few days ago, when I did a live reaction to the Battlefield 2042 trailer, I got completely copyright struck. I believe it's because I allowed the music in the background, which EA has no control to. Obviously, as you know, when music is played in any trailer, they have to pay a certain portion to the person who designed the music, you know, obviously for being able to play in their trailer. So I'm guessing that's why I got struck down. So I'm going to remove the music and just the sound audio completely from the actual gameplay reveal. Just show you guys the actual clips so everybody can see exactly what I'm talking about. But guys, my God. Oh my God. Casual FPS gaming has been officially saved. I'm not going to lie. I was a tad bit worried what they're going to show in this gameplay reveal. I thought it wasn't going to be good enough. I didn't think it was going to show enough. And honestly, at the end of the day, I was expecting just a tad bit more. I thought they were going to go over the actual specialists and stuff like that, because I did listen to a couple of the commentaries made by Jack Frags. I believe Level Cap Gaming said it. I don't think it was. I think it was just Jack Frags that said it. But I thought they were going to go over the specialist system a little bit more in detail and show us what they're going to be like, their specialist move for each and every one of them. But they didn't show off everybody. I believe they showed off the grappling hook and also the wingsuit. Those are the only two they actually showed off in this gameplay trailer, and honestly, I'm not really mad. It's an early access gameplay trailer. It's pre-alpha. Keep that in mind, because initially I didn't even recognize that either. Like I said, I was a little worried coming into this gameplay reveal, and when I saw the animations, how clunky it kind of looked, how the graphics and textures weren't completely polished off, it threw me off a little bit until the whole chat was screaming at me saying, JB, stop being stupid. Stop being stupid. It's pre-alpha. Keep that in mind. I'm like, oh yeah, oh goodness gracious, I keep forgetting it's pre-alpha. But everything else looks great. To me personally, the biggest selling point is how it looks like a mixture of Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4, two of probably my most favorite Battlefield games ever made, since, you know, I'm not that hardcore of a Battlefield fan. I don't go that far back. I did play Bad Company 2, and I played a couple of other games as well, but I didn't personally own them like I did with the whole Call of Duty franchise. I would say when I really got into Battlefield, and I started personally owning it myself, was around Battlefield 3 and forward. Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, Hardline, Battlefield 1, Battlefield 5, and soon to come Battlefield 2042. And for watching this gameplay, for me personally, the HUD and the movement, the mechanics of the game, seem more like Battlefield 3. The visuals, everything about it just has a nice Battlefield 3 touch, but at the same time, the way some of the maps are designed, the looks of some of the maps, the weapons, a lot of things in this game as well, I can resemble to Battlefield 4. For me personally, this is a perfect combination. Don't get me wrong, Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5 are fantastic games, but I think their best selling point, when Battlefield was at its all-time peak, when Battlefield was able to compete with Call of Duty legitimately, was around Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4. Those two games were outstanding, and everybody in the franchise loves them to death. You can still hop on Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 all the time, even before the hype. I mean, after this trailer released, Battlefield 4 is completely populated right now. If you own a PC or even any old school console, I don't know if you could play it on the new gen consoles, I'm not sure, but if you have any console or PC that can run Battlefield 3 or Battlefield 4, I highly suggest playing either one of them, because people always play them. And after the hype, Battlefield 4 is so populated, it's insane. I can't even get into any lobbies. There's a queue of like 10 plus people for each and every server. It's insane. But even before the reveal happened, Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 were always populated. It wasn't like this insane where you can't even get into a lobby, but you could always find completely populated lobbies full of people who are willing to play those games. Highly suggest checking them out if you want to see what I'm talking about when I say that this game kind of resembles Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 mixed together. Definitely try those two games out, and I promise you, once you go back and look at this trailer, you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. Another amazing thing that EA DICE has decided to do in the gameplay reveal, as well as just the initial Battlefield 2042 reveal trailer, was having a lot of only in Battlefield moments. That is something that is very crucial for Battlefield to focus on. Battlefield 5 was a complete flop because it lacked this exact thing. Now, you don't really need to rely on only in Battlefield moments to make a Battlefield game pop. You know, a lot of people don't really require that. It's hence why, you know, a lot of the games in the past have been able to sell so much and, you know, really populate Battlefield. It wasn't really necessary, but after Battlefield 5 and such a flop, they had to get their Battlefield community back. They had to show them that the developers care, they recognize what the community is saying, and they know what type of game we want. So advertising only in Battlefield moments is the best way to make sure that your community and your consumers, the people spending money on your game, will love and purchase this game as well. They did an amazing job with the reveal trailer, but you have to remember, it's not legitimate gameplay. That was a reveal trailer. It was all scripted. It was all made exactly how they wanted to show it. So people jumping out of jets and shooting others with rockets, flying ATVs into, helicopters and stuff like that. It's all scripted. It wasn't actual gameplay, so they could make it look really sick. But moving over to the gameplay reveal side, where this is legitimately what we're going to be playing here, they were still able to prove the actual only in Battlefield moments. And it was perfect. I loved it. It showcased a lot of important features that would hype up a Battlefield fan while still being able to maintain a, hardcore military vibe. That right there is something very hard to pull off, no matter what game that you're trying to make that's in the FPS franchise. And I gotta give EA DICE props. They were able to pull those Battlefield moments and make them in the gameplay reveal. Now, they probably did script them in the gameplay reveal, obviously. They probably said, yo, dude, you gotta levitate the helicopter this high, and I'm gonna chuck this ATV off the building and stuff like that. We're gonna attach a C4, boom, that's gonna go into the gameplay reveal and stuff like that. Obviously, they probably did stuff like that. But you gotta think it's still possible. They're proving to you that even outside of a rendered engine in the legitimate game, you're still able to pull off these stunts. They're still fun, they're still doable, and all these only in Battlefield moments are gonna be happening in Battlefield 2042. Later on, I am probably going to do some different videos depending on what Battlefield releases to the public on their Twitter, or if they want to give some more specific details. I'll probably do commentaries later on about that stuff. I also want to do top 5 lists of, my biggest concerns that I saw of the gameplay reveal, and, some of my favorite things that I saw out of the gameplay reveal. But off my initial first impressions, because keep in mind, I just watched this the day of, as you guys probably did as well, and I watched it on my live stream too. So if you guys want to do stuff with me, watch, these reveals live as well with me, go to my Twitch channel. Link to that is down in the description. But I gotta say, my only concern so far off of just initially watching the gameplay, not studying it, watching it over and over and over again, the only thing I'm really concerned about is the weather features. Now, the tornado actually looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, it looks decent, but when it comes to the actual sandstorm, I have some really bad things in the past that, scar me. Probably for life, especially from BO4. Sandstorms, to me personally, just don't work that well. It just kills visibility, it makes things really hard to see, navigate, and it just makes things very obnoxious. Now, from the actual gameplay, the sandstorm does get a little bit better. You could see, it's a little bit more visible when you're actually in the sandstorm, but I'm just concerned when I actually get my hands on. Is it going to be the same experience, or is the gameplay reveal just, kind of putting a, a nice little rose tint over what we're watching? And also, we don't know what other weather features are going to be coming into the game. They did list off a few, like hurricanes, tornadoes, sandstorms, stuff like that, but we don't know if it's going to be anything else coming in the future. There could be a lot of different, weather techniques that they have planned, but we don't know what they are. I'm just concerned if they're going to kill off visibility. Anything else I'm fine with, like earthquakes, destroying territories, destroying buildings, and, tornadoes coming in, swooping up, trucks and destroying everything that comes through its path. Things like that are pretty decent, but anything that kills visibility, aka a sandstorm, is going to probably be really annoying. And at first, it looks sick, seeing the sandstorm approach you, it looks gorgeous on the Frostbite engine. The textures and the actual clouds are just phenomenal. It's beautiful. It seriously is stunning, but the gameplay is what really counts. At first, it's going to be great. When you're first playing it, like I said, you're going to be playing this game with rose-colored goggles on. It's going to be like, oh, wow, look at this fancy sandstorm. For me, that's at least how it's going to be. But, after a couple of weeks of playing this game religiously day after day, the sandstorm effect is probably going to get annoying and people will not like it. But from my initial reactions, I gotta say my favorite feature from this gameplay reveal was actually getting to see and witness the plus system. Seeing all the customization that you could do on the fly just with a click of a button looks outstanding. And yes, I know, I looked at some other Battlefield, YouTubers' videos on this. I know it's not very popular, but for me personally, I think this is great. I love the idea of just being able to switch from whatever I have to be able to engage in any environment. It's still fair, even though some people are like, oh, well, you're going to be able to handle everything. If you have an SMG and you put on an ACOG, it's still going to be hard to combat a sniper at long range. It's not going to be that beneficial, but for in the moment, it might be a little helpful. And that's all that really matters to me. I love customization when it comes to Battlefield. Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5 lacked customization. I mean, World War I, there was barely any customization you could do because it's a World War I for Battlefield 1. And then Battlefield 5, they completely stripped customization as well and gave you a skill tree, which personally I absolutely hated. I don't want a dang skill tree. I want to be able to deck out my gun with legitimate attachments. So not only are they showcasing that, yes, there's going to be tons of weapons and variety like back in Black Ops 4. I mean, shoot, there's like, what, 10, 15 plus ARs with a whole list of attachments for all of them? I mean, it was absolutely absurd, the customization in that game. You could customize for days. They're showcasing in this game that, yes, they're going to have that same customization with all the weapons and attachments, but at the same time, you can customize on the fly to make it even more convenient. To me personally, I thought that was really kick-ass, and that was probably the best feature that I saw out of this trailer. I know there's a lot of cool stuff in this, but oh, that was so cool to see. But to sum everything up, this gameplay reveal was amazing. It's everything that I wanted to see. I wish it was a tad bit more. I feel like there were a few things that they could have showcased off a little bit better. But for just what they gave to us, especially after just doing, you know, an actual trailer reveal, I wasn't really expecting gameplay this soon. I'm happy. They showed us pre-alpha gameplay. They knew that's what the community wanted. They know that, yeah, you know, the reveal trailer, it's cool and all, but down to the core, the fans want to see the gameplay, and they knew that. So they gave it to us. Even though I feel like it could have been in a better state and they could have showcased off a little bit more, they did what they had to do. They pushed it out, and they gave us something that the fans wanted. I'm extremely happy. I'm impressed. I'm going to buy this game. I don't care. I do not care about the do not pre-order games, you know, the whole bullcrap right now. Maybe for Call of Duty right now, yes, but this game, you are taking my money. I don't care. I'm impressed, and I can't wait to finally play this game. When whatever comes out, the beta, the open beta, the closed beta, I don't care what it is. I am getting into that beta. I'm going to play this. I'm going to make content about this. Make sure you keep your eyes peeled on this channel the next upcoming couple of weeks. If new Battlefield information is released, I will talk about it. If new things are, you know, coming up in this gameplay reveal that I've noticed, I will talk about it. It's tons of things I want to make about this game. I'm very excited for the future, and I hope you guys are as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning into this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new and you enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. Also, want to chat with me, there's two ways to do so, at Twitter and Discord. Both links are down in the description. And last but not least, if you want to catch me live stream some video games, I do that over on Twitch. Link to that is in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.